Palace, the dead interesting thing is they're all upbeat as fuck as well. They're not expecting to win. In fact, they're expecting to get beat, but they're expecting to have a team that they can be proud of and get behind. And for me, it's a real reminder, post-pandemic, that's a lot of what people want from football, actually, more than anything else.
You want to enjoy yourself, and they previously had a manager that literally sucks all the joy from football, Roy Hodgson, as we well know. And it's interesting that as soon as he goes, they start scoring goals, they start enjoying themselves. You've had Zaha and Townsend, who of course is now at Everton, already saying, well, listen, I'm enjoying football, playing for a different manager than that fella. And Zaha in particular was really scathing, saying, of course we're going to score goals because we basically don't just hoof it now.
We work on some attacking shit.
And I watched Vieira today, and he's an impressive fella anyway, isn't he? He was a brilliant player. We're still waiting to see what he's like as a manager. It's still sort of fairly early days for him. But he was saying things like, I've spotted a weakness in Liverpool and we're going to try and exploit it. And I thought, well, fair play to you, lads. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're a Palace fan and you're coming up here for that game, you're going to be like, yes. Whereas what would Roy say? Oh, we've got no chance.
Well, I'm going to take life from minute one.
Do you know what I mean?
Got a couple of good players as well. Like I watched the last couple of games somehow of Palace. That Gallagher, I think he's from Chelsea, isn't he?
From Chelsea's club.
Of course he is. 15% of all footballers at these clubs are on loan from Chelsea, aren't they? Edouard as well, who I really liked in SPL, and I know people can say what they like about Scottish football, but he was 1 and 2 there, seemingly 1 and 2 at sort of every level throughout his career. The way he drops deep, he's able to collect it from deep and push forward, or he can play on the shoulder, comes on and gets 2 goals almost immediately. Last couple of games they've been really good, Palace.
I think it's just nice I think they want to be a South London club full of South London footballers, a bit of an attitude about them. I think feels quite German in a way, the idea that we'll get these young lads in, we'll develop them, we then sell them onto a bigger club, we then begin the process again, and I'm into it. It's fine. I love a club finding its place but enjoying what its place is.
Yeah, and like when they first come up, I thought, they had that, what you're saying about that sort of identity, like when we went there in that 13-14 season and stuff. But then obviously as Hodgson come, it's kind of...
They got Hodgson.
Yeah, they've got Hodgson, didn't they? Like 10 times more than us. But yeah, but now with Vieira, it looks like they've got like a bit of an identity. They had a good win last time out as well against Spurs, but now we've just got to do what we do, haven't we?
We've got to do what we do, and I think that's the thing. I think the thing that's hard for us... I found it hard this week because I was a wreck on Wednesday night. I had too much to drink, got up Thursday morning, had to come into work, trying to review Milan and look ahead to Palace at the same time, Robbo, and I was a bit like, oh God, it was like I was on a log flume and I was just hanging on for dear life thinking I'm going to get to another show in a minute and it'll be fine.
It sounds like you turned into a Yorkshireman for a little bit. Oh God.
I think you forget that what's hard. They've had all week since Spurs. I worked it out before, and in my head, it's 65 hours from the final whistle against Milan to kicking off against Palace. And listen, we've got the bigger squad, we've got the bigger budget, we've got all the benefits of that, but this is where those benefits have got to come off for you, is when you're doing this.
Yeah, and I think Jürgen was honest again about that today, and that he was saying, you can't, this run of games, you can't expect to see the same side again. He's got to rotate. And it sort of often feels like it's kind of against his principles to do so, but he's got to. Yeah. I think he's sort of learned that as he's gone along with Liverpool. You think about when he first arrived, almost seemed to not be into that, and now he's got it and he's doing it. And
I liked how he was. Which I always laugh about it. He was shocked about the two-legged League Cup and the replays. Like no one's ever told him. Fuck off! What? Yeah, they're just sorted now. Yeah, almost at full time.
When's the winter break? What's happening? So he's a long way away from that now, of course, and he knows the score, and he will rotate. He will rotate here, and he talked about that. So, we'll obviously have a chat on this, won't we? What will be the team? Because, people will come in, people will go out. Like, I think a good place to start on it is I think it's a good one to put Tsimikas in. Yeah, I think Robertson, obviously brilliant, looking more like himself as well, I thought, against AC Milan, and we're getting more down that side than we were previously in other games. We look more balanced, I thought. But I think we've seen enough of Tsimikas to know that he'll be all right in a game like a game against Palace. I know Vieira's talking them up, saying they're going to come, saying they're going to try and play, have some of the ball, and he said, if you don't try and do those things, Liverpool just walk all over you. But we've obviously got more quality than them, and I don't think Tsimikas for this one, you'll notice a big drop off if he comes in for Robbo.
To get full access to this show, click on the link in the post and subscribe to Talk Premium. You get all of our content, including previews, reviews, post-match content, exclusive interviews and loads of transfer chats. So subscribe to the Anfield Wrap now. We share the journey of supporting Liverpool from heart of the city.